Hi, my name's Tom. I was sent this ice maker in exchange for an honest review, and I have to admit, I'm really impressed. It's been running for about an hour now, and look at this. I already have a full basket full of ice. It makes ice really super quickly. They are cool shaped. They're like bullet shaped. Look at that. And they work really, really well in a drink. I'm going to go ahead and show you what you get and how the whole thing works. So first off, you actually get the ice maker itself. It's nice and small and compact, and it fits on a countertop. Look at this. Here is my knife block. It's not much larger than a knife block. It's really that small. It does have a handle, so you can pick it up and move it around if you want to. I'm just going to keep it right here on my desk or my countertop for now. It does have a nice long cord. What you do is you plug it in, and it just starts working. When you open it up, it's got a clear lid so you can actually see the ice inside. You get a little ice scoop, which has been really actually very helpful. You get an ice basket as well. That ice basket is what collects all the ice. And then all you do is you pour water in, you turn it on, and you start making ice. It does come with an instruction manual as well. And the very first time you use it, there's a little bit of a setup process. So you want to kind of let it sit on the counter like this for about 2 hours before you actually start making ice. So let's start making some ice. First things first, I'm going to take 5 cups of water and pour it into the reservoir. That's about the max. That's what it holds. 2 cups, 2 cups, 1 cup. It's filled to the max line. I'm now going to put my basket in. My basket is ready to catch the ice. And now all I do is I close it up. I plug it in. There's a setting button for large ice or for small ice. It's got a nice little touchpad. I'm going to go back to large, and I'm going to go ahead and press power. And there it is. It's started up, and it's running. It'll take about 9 to 9.5 minutes to make the first batch of ice. It's really that fast. It's amazing. It does have a little compressor in there and a little fan. It's actually no louder than a typical air fryer, so it's really not too bad. And what I typically do is I turn it on for parties or when I have a bunch of people over and you can't even hear it because you have people talking and they're just in the kitchen wandering around. It's really kind of a low volume fan, but it'll run while it goes ahead and makes the ice. And you can even see, you'll see some water kind of running around in there. And what it's going to start to do is going to start to make ice on some of the little tips in there. And again, in about 9 minutes, we'll have our first set of ice. And here we are at about the 9-minute mark. You will see in a moment here, it makes the ice on those little ends right there. They will pop off. And there we go. There's our ice cubes. There's 8 little ice cubes at a time. And what will happen is, after a moment, it will actually scoop those ice cubes and put them into the basket. Ta-da! And now you have ice cubes. You're ready to go. You can scoop them out and you can use these, or you can wait another 9.5 minutes. It's actually refilling right now, and it's making more ice cubes in the back. Okay, it's been running for a while. I'm going to go ahead and grab some ice out. There we go. Ah, wonderful. Nice ice. I'm going to pour my drink in. Look at that. Beautiful ice cubes. Took about 10 minutes to get this ice start to finish. Put the water in, turn it on. 9.5 minutes later, I've got ice cubes, and now, wonderful. If your party's over and you have more ice in here than you actually need, no problem. You can just open it up. Again, you have this little basket full of ice. I can just put it in the bag, throw it in the freezer, and I'm good to go, and I have some extra ice. Sometimes what we'll do is when we know we have people coming over, we'll actually turn this thing on a couple minutes or a couple hours in advance, make a bunch of ice, put it in bags, and just have it ready to go. We just grab it, we throw it out, we can chill things, you can put it in the drinks, whatever you want. Again, this thing makes ice so quickly and so nicely because the cubes are nice bullet shaped. They work well in drinks, and they work well for chilling other things. It's just a great little ice maker. It's a great device to have. The control panel has 2 extra features. There's an add water button. It'll beep when it runs out of water. You just add more water for it to make more ice. And the ice full button, when the bucket is full of ice and it can't make any more, this will beep. You have to empty the bucket and then it will keep making ice. There's also a self-cleaning mode. So once you've actually finished the whole thing up, you do want to go ahead and clean it. You just press the power button down for about 3 seconds. And you see how the lights are cycling right now? It's going through a little bit of a cleaning mode. When it's done with the cleaning mode, it will go into the standby mode and be ready to make more ice. There is also a filter down here that you can actually pull out, and you can clean it off every so often, depending upon how often you use it. And here is the large ice on the left and the small ice on the right. You can see there's not much of a difference in size. The large ice is actually a little bit thicker, but it takes about the same amount of time to make either size, so I typically stick with the large ice. So your party's ended, you still have some extra ice and water in here. What do? No problem, they thought of that too. Because this thing has a handle, you can put it right over the edge of a sink. It's got a little plug at the bottom. You just pull the little plug and all the water just drains right out. It's really that easy. You don't want to tip it over because there has a compressor in there and the compressor needs to stay upright. So there we go. Once all the water's drained, I just go ahead and plug it back up, dry it off, wipe it down, and I'm done. This is a great little ice maker, and we're going to use it a lot, especially for holiday parties and for gatherings. We're just going to put it on the countertop, plug it in, and go, and it makes plenty of ice. You can just scoop in, grab it, and go. This would be good for office parties. It'd be good for places where you want to have extra ice for a bunch of people, or if you have a refrigerator that does not have an ice maker, or maybe your ice maker broke. This is, again, a nice little alternative for it. You just plug it in, you fill it full of water, and you go and you make some wonderful ice cubes very, very quickly. You don't have to wait a long time. That's what I think I like best about this thing. 9.5 minutes, bang, you get some ice cubes that you can go ahead and put in your drink, and it keeps going like that. As long as you keep putting water in, you keep taking the basket out, it'll just keep making ice all day long. So yeah, it's actually a really nice little device, and I highly recommend it.